This video is by another YouTuber who put out a video if teachers should carry guns. Short, simple, quick answer, which she also said as an answer, is yes. But let's get into the video itself.
Hello, I am Miranda Michaelis, and this video is going to be one continuous shot, and I hope it turns out well.
Okay, you didn't edit or jump cut. You're definitely braver than I am.
So I was reading the book How to Debate Leftist by Ben Shapiro. I don't know if you could see it well or not.
Not really, but I can fix that with a very quick Google search.
But Ben was talking about how he was debating Piers Morgan, which he won by a landslide.
Yes, he did. Most people who debate that idiot about guns usually destroys them.
And I mean, I actually saw it on YouTube, and he did an amazing job. And it got me to thinking about Sandy Hook and whether or not teachers should have guns. And I think that they should.
Damn right they should. I think they should at least be given the option. Forced? No, not everybody's comfortable with guns. They should at least be on school property.
Now, remember, I have been a Democrat all my life, and I'm recently tired of the Democratic Party.
Yeah, somehow, I don't think you're alone in that.
And I do think I have like a nuanced position of it, because I think I kind of see where both sides are coming from. Like both sides, both Republicans and the Democrats want to keep kids safe.
Yes, I can agree on that. Most people do want to keep children safe. Most people with common sense. Anyways.
And it's not fair for either side to say that the other doesn't care about the kids. The Republicans wants to keep kids safe by having the teachers have guns.
Yes, because they would be the first responders. They're already there. Proper training, they can seriously limit the amount of deaths and stop them completely. It's at least a start in the right direction.
And the Democrats want to keep kids safe by nobody having guns.
And so far, that's worked out great, hasn't it? The criminal element will always find a way to do harm. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that.
I do think that the Democrats are being delusional, because bad guys could still get their hands on guns some way, or they could make their own gun, and it's not hard to Google how to make a gun, or just go to Bing or whatever and learn how to make a gun.
Bing. At this point, she went on about teachers who touch students. That's a massive what if. So honestly, I cut that out. Her original link will be in the description below if you actually want to listen to that portion. It's a lot of it, so I did what I could to shorten it.
I mean, I think it's fair. You can let me know if you think it's fair. But I was thinking teachers could have the guns, but the guns must be like in a type of safe or whatever. And to like get the gun out, you must press the red button. But if you press the red button, an alarm would go off, which would alarm the whole entire school.
And that's a good idea in theory, but you have to worry about wiring and electronics, which she does cover later on in this video. But unless your class happens to be close to where the shooter enters, that alarm better already be blaring.
So in order to get the gun, you must press the red button.
And in case you were wondering, I did write down a shitload of notes on each section. That's what you see me reading. Only other problem with that idea, you'd have to have a different sound from the fire alarm. In most schools, when a fire alarm goes off, kids and teachers are expected to exit their classrooms. So you're doing the work of the shooter for them. You'd have to have a different sound design to explain that there's a possible active shooter situation on the school grounds, just so they don't walk out the door and get shot.
That's the way we don't have to worry about, tonight on CNN.
She brought up the possibility of child molestation at gunpoint reaching the news. I cut out because those are massive what ifs, and I don't want to jump into that.
And of course, I agree that there should be drills, a drill on, but I think it should be a random drill because if it's a predictable drill, then Sandy Hook could happen all over again.
Most schools that I'm aware of have a staff development day. No clue what's going on during these days, honestly, besides developing staff. But honestly, you could work out drills with the closest police department, having active shooter scenarios. What do you do from start of the shooting until the police secure the scene? I'm sure you could get volunteers to play extra students. I mean, it's honestly not too much of a difficult concept. And most teachers who actually do care about the lives of their children won't have too much of a problem with this.
If some guy knows that you guys have drills every Monday, Monday of the first month, then they could they could be like a sociopath or a psychopath. And it's like, well, a great time to get them is during a drill. So I do think that the drills should be a bit random, where it should be like, you know, Monday here, but Thursday here. The teachers should know. The teachers should know, but it should be something kind of hard to spot readily. That's the way, if there's a psychopath or a sociopath who is looking forward to hurting students, it would be harder to do because um psychopaths and sociopaths, they are great with timing and calculating. And it's kind of like the best time is probably during the time of drill because then you're desensitized and then you probably don't really care. And if the perpetrator went to that school, they probably know the drill and where everything is at. And they probably could be great at something like that.
Again, don't name it anything obvious, and don't tell anybody what's going on. You don't want the teachers to keep the kid. You want the teachers to keep the kids safe while your child is in their hands. It's a great way to do it.
I also think that there should perhaps be like a metal detector, a metal detector to see, like how in the airport, you put your bag through some metal detector to see what's in it. Because again, I do want these students to be safe.
Gonna have to have a lot of big sales and fundraisers to cover the cost of all this. Seriously, that's gonna be expensive.
And And I still think that this still goes in line with my idea because it's kind of like if the gun is um, in a safe, then there's no reason for a teacher to bring their own gun from home. It's like the gun that you are allowed to have is already in the classroom. You don't need to bring a gun from home to protect the students. There is a gun already in the safe in a classroom. It's already has bullets in it, so there's no need to bring anything from home.
I know a lot of parents who are going to want school funds spent on firearms for the school, and if they do, in order to arm a bunch of teachers, that's going to get costly. Some of the teachers may already have firearms. They should be allowed to bring their personal firearms into school and lock it up whenever the secure location is in the school, be it in a locked room or in the classroom.
All you have to do is go to the classroom where the gun is already at, and if you need a gun, press that red button, and then an alarm would go off. An alarm would go off that would notify the school that somebody pressed the alarm where the gun is at. So it would make it hard for a teacher to rape a student. It would make it hard for a student to steal the gun. The only thing we would have to worry about is perhaps bad wiring or whatnot.
Yeah, no students do not need to know which teachers aren't because I doubt one all the teachers would want to have guns. Again, not all feel comfortable with a gun. None of their business. It's how you try to. None of their business, honestly. It's how you try to avoid accidents, especially with elementary school or middle school. Parents know, of course. The kids, all they need to worry about is learning, nothing else.
What we could do is have security guards to check the alarms of each classroom. Whether before school or after school, check all the alarms. Make sure that nothing is amiss. To check. Or it could be a police officer checking, making sure that nothing's been tampered with. Maybe in addition to have some cameras in classrooms to again to be all about safety, not about hurting students and
Yeah, not enough bake sales or fundraisers in the world to cover these expensive. I get it. You're spitballing ideas. What you're talking about, though, would cost a lot of money.
having kids hurts because I don't want to see kids get hurt, but I do think it's important for Republicans or Democrats to talk to each other instead of being in argumentative mode where it's all about winning. Because if your idea goes wrong somehow, it's just going to be on CNN and Salon, and they can't wait to use it.
Most of their credibility has been shot by now. Yes, idiots would be pissed at the stories, but most people would have checked 10 other sources before believing a damn word they say.
So that's my thoughts. It may be very rambly because this is unscripted, unrehearsed. It's just me blurting my ideas out there. So I hope it's coherent or coherence enough. And if I need to explain this, I am willing to converse with you about this in the comments below. So feel free to talk to me about this in the comments or on my Twitter. My Twitter is Randomly Kylis. So please come talk to me and I will try to explain it there. And I hope you like this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up. And if you like me just, spitting my ideas out there, just unscripted, unrehearsed, then, please subscribe to my channel. And if you really like this, then just, share this video everywhere. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Okay, other reasons. The main reason why it'd be a good idea for a teacher to carry a firearm, because so far, look how well it's worked out for the schools not having armed staff or some kind of security with firearms on campus. People have gotten killed. So far, the unarmed way has not worked. But that's just my response to that. And also, gun-free zones kill. Anyways, check out her channel. She's got some pretty good stuff. This wasn't a negative response. I was just covering some of the stuff she said on there with my opinions. And yes, I wrote a lot of the shit down. But anyways, check her channel out. She's kind of cool. Subscribe if you want to. Anyways, until next time, have a great day. And that brings us to the end of that video. Please like and share the video. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment below, tell me what you thought. And until next time, don't forget about my social media sites, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all that fun stuff. Always remember, the fight to keep our rights is never over unless you give up. Well, enjoy the rest of your day. And don't you forget, gun-free zones kill. Not an assault rifle.